want every side to come together to attempt to take down the 100 side.
Man, they gotta
We want
understand,
all the
right?
smoke.
We go off the content.
Three, two, one. Hey there, welcome back to the channel where we keep it real. No capping. I'm your host, bringing you nothing but straight fire and authenticity. Today, we're diving into 12 rooms that I got to promote. The 100 ENT showroom, hosted by Big Wack100. The Beehive room. Love and R&B room, hosted by the queen of the 100 side, R&B. No room for the weak. No mercy room. Spin the block room. 100 ENT jailbreak squad room. 100 ENT solve room. Petty Betty and Toxic Tanya room. Dangerous Minds room, hosted by Beast. Good Burger, hosted by Pitbull. Sleepless in LA, and many more. If you want to get closer or you want to be a part of the show, go to Clubhouse, follow one of these rooms, or you look for a room titled with Wack100. These particular videos all made possible by the one and only Wack100. Get ready to vibe with me as we explore the hardest topics that need some real recognition in the streets. Let's jump right into it and show some love to this channel by hitting the like and or subscribe button. So, without further ado, hold it down. One mic on Wack.
Booking date was 3/20 at 4:45 p.m. Waiting on further details, y'all. But if y'all want to double check that, I can double check the booking date. Y'all want to get into the K-Flock shit real quick?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, K-Flock, let's pivot. No room for the weak.
He got off the murder, right? But then he still got charged for the RICO.
No room for the weak. You know what you
Yeah.
at? Get that pink ticket off your body. Scroll to the top. Follow the house. Do what you gotta do. Listen. We going back to back. Like, we can't even say Drake no more because he fucking.
Prince, shout out to you.
Yeah, what up, gang? We going back to back with it. With my burger. We need a goddamn burger.
You got
Okay.
save that?
Hey,
It's your ass.
if all the 60s locked up, can we get our burgers now?
Yeah.
Hell. Hey. I ain't say it. Free the homies. K-Flock, man.
It's been one crazy.
Has it?
Wait, so look, so in that Bricc baby show, is any telling going on before you move on to K-Flock? Is any telling going on?
Yeah. Not saying a whole lot of that in there yet.
We can't say it yet. We can't. Okay, because we're us, we can't say it yet. That makes sense? But that case is still open since 2018? We know that this investigation happened in 2021, right? Let's use our brains.
You gotta say nothing else.
You see? Oh, okay. You with me? This indictment was. He got indicted on October 2024. So, Lav.
You.
Cut me off if this don't make no sense to you, right? Indictment happens in October 2024, but it's sealed, right? That's what? November, December, January, February, March, what, 5-6 months ago?
Yeah.
So you knew you got indicted 5-6 months ago, but that indictment was sealed. Now, hear me out here. We'll know by the docket entries, the history of this case, when it all comes out. You agree there? Like, we'll know the motions filed to seal, if the motion came from the defense side, if it came from the prosecution side. Like, we'll know those fine details when it comes out. Agree?
Right.
Right. So as of right now, we don't know that. We just know that this indictment at some point was unsealed because we couldn't look at it at all. The reason why it's sealed sometimes is also because they don't want it to interrupt the further investigation at Helen. Right? So that'll be a paperwork as well. So we can assume because he just got told he doesn't have bond for these two incidents, specifically these two incidents, because he was caught in possession of a firearm in both of these incidents, right? Which means that he probably got picked up off of the first incident, right?
Right.
In 2022. So in 2022, that case is important. Because in 2022, what happened to get you, remember, you're felon in possession in 2022, dead to rights anyway. You got the criminal threats felony in 20, and you got the criminal threats felony in 2016, right? You got the robbery in 2020. So we got to go back to 20. God damn, this nigga Lav, you with me? We got to go back to the 2020 robbery case, right? That happened in LA. That case number is Bravo Alpha 456220. And start from there. No, we have to go back to the 2016 case. That's Bravo Alpha 433220. Start from the 2016 case. You with me? Look at the docket from the 2016 case. See if he's clean there. If he's clean there, then we jump to the 2020 case. Because in 2020, there's a lot of shit going on that he can tell on. You with me?
Right.
We go to the 2020 case to see what's going on in that perspective. We know by 2022, he definitely got something on because the indictment was sealed. But in 2022, we know that he didn't get indicted off of this, right? Because this indictment includes a 2023 charge. So 2022, arrested, charge, nothing. 2023, arrested, charge, nothing. Indictment, sealed. Now you're out on bond for these two cases that you had a sealed indictment for. How did you get your indictment sealed? It's just a pending case. You got caught with an AK and some guns. So what? How did you get that sealed within? This is what I'm saying. It's sealed. You got arrested with some AK and some guns. You're part of a whole operation. Exactly.
No, it don't sound like cooperation. It sounds like he is the operation.
I thought he did say operation. He the main one.
We had the calls.
And you was allowed to stay out there working until the last final moment.
You said because it has something to do with the body. Now, it's out.
So you get caught 2020, right? 2020 they catch him with the shit. They charge him but hold it. Then 2023 they catch him, charge it, hold it, seal it. God damn, this is cold. The lawyer is Jesus or he tell it. I'm gonna go with the latter.
But see, they already got him. Known gang member. Known gang member, gang enhancements, criminal threats, then a robbery, then another shooting, then another possession with an AK. That's insane that nigga was even, and his bail is only, he got no bond.
So if you think of it in a law mind, right? Like you a cop, Like you the FBI, right? If this doing all this shit, all these guns, you would want him off the street, right? Unless,
Absolutely.
unless he's giving you bigger fish.
Yeah.
Hence that gun
Leading you to something
supplier that's
else.
in New Jersey. Never mind. Fuck all that. Never mind.
There it go.
Now, where do you think? And this is why we don't really deal. We have to wait until the paperwork comes out. But isn't that one of the alleged things is that people supplying the whole set with guns and the whole hood with guns? Didn't we hear that before?
Exactly.
Like a lot of this shit we just wait for the work to show what it's supposed to show. Very rarely do we be like, holy shit, when we get surprised. But you know what I'm saying? But it's like you see what I'm saying, lad? It's like, okay, just wait for it to show that. Let's not get there too early. You know what I mean? Whoopty whoop. Okay, the work showed it. Okay, next question.
That in here imitating me, playing like it's funny, because they knew my phone was. Huh? I heard there was some funny looking ass lady in there imitating me.
Don't be scared now.
It's the honey side. We don't snitch.
Huh?
Ooh.
You sure? You sure this ain't developing options? Because they all telling.
Hell no. Don't do it like that, Wack.
They all telling.
Hell no.
A lot of the paperwork been coming in. I don't know if y'all been.
Yeah, that's what happened. We dig right into that the whole show.
Yeah, but we've been on like K Flock though, and nah, I've really just been K Flock.
Yo.
Yep.
Yeah, it was ringing, but it wouldn't let me answer it.
What happened to the phone? What was it? The screen?
It just went black. Like I can hear it ring, but it black. I tried to do a master reset. It wasn't doing shit. Just went black on me. Just like screen just went black. We went out last night. Mount Podmore last night. Me, academics, black.
Yeah. G Wayne was
Lord
telling
Ross.
Y'all
us.
went for like 4 hours, right?
Hell yeah. I let that nigga Trap Lord Ross get nice and comfortable and got on his line. I said, you think it's a game, huh? Oh, I got on his line.
Good.
I said, yeah, nigga, you send some more ass shit, nigga. I said, yeah, this is the difference. Them niggas in Chicago can't get in front of you like I'm in front of you. So we gonna go over and see what your intentions was. That nigga was nervous as. He said, Wack, I said, man, shut the up and listen. Hold on. Adam is nudging me like, all that.
He needed that.
Yeah, I said, you know how to read, right? You play like you know how to read, like you know everything, right? Well, read. And I want you to tell me what you really see. And then I exposed. So he said, well, Wack, it said, possibly because he caught you by yourself. I said, the dangerous part about it? It lets me know how weak dude really was. I said, watch this. I called my team to the door. I said, hey, the night I got into it with Big U and them 20 in that parking lot and I jumped out on them. I said, where you niggas was at? He said we were spread out behind them and they never knew it. I said, I'm talking to my team in code, bro, as I'm talking to this nigga. I said, bro, they was in a trap because once I would have started blowing, they gonna run right into these niggas and then they spread out. All of them spread out 50 feet across behind them and they wouldn't even know. So they ain't got nowhere to go, but opposite of me when it started happening, they running into these niggas. I said, what your thing say? He says you were by yourself. What do you see? They said, nah, we was all there, my nigga. He just made us whole. When Wack is talking, he telling us certain things. He made us whole. Ain't no sense in them advancing too close for what? Once they do that, then I'm no good because now I can't go. Because they on the side of them. I said, my nigga, I was never there by myself. I said, Trap Lord, let me rewind your mind. You remember I was on the stage with Kanye? He said, yeah. I said, you remember the 3-4 niggas that got off the stage with me and Kanye to walk him outside? Yeah. I said, where the you think they was at? dummy. He said, oh, Big, you never knew. Yeah, because he's a bad leader. He ain't never been no thinker. Dummy. I said, now let me ask you something. It's 20 niggas. You think it was a snub-nosed 38 made a nigga stand there like a statue? Oh, no. It had to been something that could probably deal with about 80 niggas, huh? You know what I'm saying? I said, the difference is, let it would have been 20-pound rules. You'd have had to use that. And we come to get you. We done got in our cars, hoodied up, took a penitentiary chance to take a trip to come get you, and we got you, and we think as they thought we got you by yourself. Nigga, we don't get what you got. You got to use that. Because we just going to use ours. I said, what you need to do, because you tried to send Adam some shit like it was some smut, you little bitch. I was talking to him crazy. He told me after the shit, I've never had nobody. Next time, you're right, I'll call you. I said, you got my number? You came to my stage on the 100 side, didn't you?
Sure did.
I said, so you thought you was sending something. And when he got to reading it, he thought it was me talking, realized it was him talking. I said, but if you read it and you understand, put something in there, because whoever you talking to gonna say, well, why y'all didn't get it? He gotta put something in there. But he's so dumb, he should have left out what he did put in there. Because anybody reading it gonna say, oh, no, that ain't the reason why you didn't. That is the reason why you. I said, so now that you understand that I wasn't by myself anyway. I was Robo Man anyway, regardless if I was by myself. Do you understand? Nah, you wasn't as nervous as he thought. No. But I said, but even to this day, this dummy, like what he did when he went and turned himself in. This is Wack100 and 600 fault. Do you know how to read, or you just didn't attorney up? Which one? Did this thing? I wonder if, well, they went to court for their little bail hearing yesterday. I wonder if they gave them the complaint. I wonder, did he sit on his bunk and start rubbing his head saying, damn. Nigga, you're the driver, you know, reading shit, he could have had action at the murder. But I see why they took so long. Because they had him on the Tory Lane. It could be or it couldn't be. But we're not excluding it. So the driver, the Sylvester Robinson nigga, confirmed, yeah, I was there when he killed the kid. He gave DNA to show he never touched the kid and drugged the body. The kid had some marks or something on him. I don't know what it was. So the driver is what confirmed this, that he did it. Vade, you had picking up Fed money from the extortion dude. This nigga.
And
This shit is
drove you to
sickening.
do
I hate
the
to say it. It make the West Coast. And drove you to do the murder. So what they did was, when they grabbed Vay, right? They seen Vay ain't never did no time and never been to jail, right? So when they grabbed Vay, they tell them, we got you over 100-something, 200 counts of extortion. Yeah, we got you picking the money up, and you knew what the money was about because you said right here on the call to him, I'm the only one in between stopping him from doing something to you. So I had the money. So they know you know what this is about. So Vay, we finna give you 30. Yeah, you think you the Gambino family. Only they picked up 100,000, not 100, not 1,000. So, you know, there's a way out of this, Mr. Robinson. Vay 55 at the time. There's a way out of this. We had the murder. Boy, they put murder. Boy's pictured on that table. What they knew? He knew he was there. Only thing they thinking about now, they finna hit him with an accessory. What you know about this? We know what you know. We just want to see if you're gonna lie to us and save yourself. Okay, the call came. We was in LA and I drove him. And this happened. And we went here and went there, and he did this and drug him in the field. Did you touch him? I didn't touch him. Can you give us your DNA to prove? Yes. This would take them so long when niggas was like, you heard me ask the lady. They what? They ain't booked the nigga. Do y'all see what they did? Let me tell you the crazy part about this shit. I don't think none of y'all put this together. All these, as of 2 days ago, was all free on the streets. We all understand that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But do you see all the way till March 14th, this year, this month, that they kept going to pick up an extortion money?
It's crazy.
Now, when you hear me say to niggas like Bricc Baby, to all my square people, and ain't nothing wrong with being square, when you hear me say, nigga, you working, and you hear these people say, where the paperwork at? Where the paperwork at? Hey, bro, when a nigga working, ain't no work yet. They was working. He had already been brought in. He had already been questioned. He already had told him what happened with him. Didn't tell Bear Claw nothing. He didn't tell nobody nothing. He kept working. At that point in time, when Big U thought he was working for him, he had no idea he was working for the feds the whole time. So when you hear us say, hear me say, Bricc Baby, you caught that K case, June 2023, you're working. You working, nigga. That's what we talking about. When it's working with law enforcement and continuing to have the crime go on without around him knowing it. The only way of avoiding it is not to do crime. That's it. You just witnessed Sylvester Robinson, Bay, Big U driver / fake goon henchman. Y'all looking at the paperwork. It told every mother thing. It should have had the dates on it. Prince might remember. That worked all the way to March 14th. Listen, and guess what? He wanted it. They gave a bail to. Guess who else probably was working? That we was ordering from. She kept the line open. Y'all hear me tell you all the time. I get niggas call me, Wack, what up? What's up, homie? Hey, man, you got like 5,000 what? Pills, click, block. You calling from another number. Wack, what happened? What happened with what? That's you call me about the pills? Yeah, don't call me about no pills. I don't sell drugs. You weird ass. You in the agency you working for. You calling me for. And you ever sold some pills to me? Ever did a pill drop for you? No, what the fuck you calling me for now then? Dumbass. Get off my phone. That's it. Won't be none of that. If I find out my team around me is doing any of that, I'm going to get you away from me. That's a fact. Because you can't trust it. I keep telling y'all, a nigga ain't going to accept at 42 what he was willing to accept at 22. And I'm too grown to have a young dummy to around me.
Okay.
Sorry. So, if you're 22, I ain't going to have you around me unless I'm mentoring you and you're doing the right thing. And if you're 42, nigga, you better be moving like you're 42.
For real.
This nigga is really screaming. One of my homies called me and said, Wack, the nigga called and told me, hey, bro, Wack and 600 got the investigation going. You heard them. They knew when they was gonna kick my dough in. He said, Big U, we heard the parents of the kid, bro. What? Yeah. Nah, man, that was some he told my man that was some AI shit, bro. They was just with me. He said, nah, bro. That was real, bro. How you don't know her voice? Didn't she work for you at the football? Yeah, she did. Why you didn't go to the funeral? I didn't know about the funeral. Why about the way? Ain't that your son's best friend? He said, nigga, why? Dumb as a box of rocks. He said, bro, the investigation say 2021. Wack them just released that footage in March. He said, dude, he told him, you know Vac ain't working. What you mean? Yeah, Vader one told him about the murder. They done dropped the phone. He still ain't figured it out.
Yeah, how you
I
hey
know they, where's
yo.
Lavish, somebody? I know they gave him his complaint paperwork
Had to.
yesterday.
Had
They
to.
had to.
Nigga can't read.
This ain't figured it out.
He's determined to make you a
He
part of his demise.
he told us, hey bro, the Wack them say the victim number one is a monster or some shit, or Dale, the weed dispensary. Man, Wack don't know what he talking about. He said, Big U, you can't say that. Cause you told victim number one you don't want him dealing with Wack. So Wack know who victim number one is. What? Yeah, it's in there. You talking about you want to break Wack jaw? Everything in there. They had bait. The money I was picking up, the feds was giving them the money. So got everything. I'm like, bro, did this nigga not go read his work? And what's crazy, this just the complaint. You watch when the real shit come out. Y'all heard Loose Cannon when he told Bricc, baby, nigga, you being blackmailed by Big U. You know it. He said it the other day on No Jumper Live. You being blackmailed. If you read Bricc Baby paperwork, they got a video in there. That's the video Big U would tell Bricc Baby, if you don't do what I want you to do, nigga, I'ma turn the video in. So now I'm wondering how they got the video. They
He
left
also
he
already
was
know he working, G.
look, bro, they left Big U out here because Big U was working. They got that Bricc Baby's video because Big U turned it in. He been having it the whole time. The 2022 wasn't there. They just had Bricc on the K from June 2023. Bricc told 600. He said, homie, blackmailing me, man. Let Wack them know, bro. I gotta go at him. He saying he ain't got no representation on the internet. And I don't want to read because I know how that Wack is, bro. I ain't stupid, but they got this video of me blowing, shooting this, and then telling me if I don't go at it, he gonna turn it in. So what Wack been saying is real. Where don't turn it into? So when you read Bricc paperwork, Wack got it. The shooting is in the work.
July 12th, 2022. That's the shooting, what?
It's in the work now. He was holding that over Bricc head. I go to No Jumper yesterday. 2-3 niggas tell me Big U was texting the Bricc baby the whole time him and Loose Cannon was live. Mad as a
God damn.
watch when all
Yo,
come out of shit.
Wack going crazy, Wack.
It's gonna be crazy as a yeah. And all you 100 people, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Doing this to a black man, helping a community. You taking from the community. What is you talking about?
He blamed
Niggas,
it on the likes and the shares.
yeah, he said, cause I ain't do nothing. Huh? I said, ain't no way. Cause I ain't do nothing. Ain't do nothing. Is this okay?
He said, "This is wrong. This is wrong."
Then he asked for help. Can you guys help me? If you guys want to help me, don't forget about me. Don't.
If you don't support me, you ain't black.
That shit is classic.
Hey, Wack, who all got bail? Did you get bail?
No, hell no. They got him as the he's the kingpin
Oh, okay, okay.
of the criminal organization.
But Bricc got bail, huh?
Nah, hell nah. Bricc go back to court May 15th.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought they. All right.
I heard that too, B.
They
That's
denied
Bricc
this shit, right?
go back to court May 15th. Big U go back to court on the 30th or 31st. Bear Claw, Marty Mark, whatever, he got bail with $85,000 stip. Vay, Sylvester Robinson got bail. He got stipulations. I don't know what they are. Hop, which is Blanton, he out. He got bail, but he ain't got no criminal record. The female got bail, trafficking the taco truck.
the trap.
Yeah, Loose Cannon is still in Vegas. They denied his bail. I think he got to get shipped to LA. He need to get in there to get another bail here in LA. He got more action in LA than around in Vegas. So I believe they're gonna try to get him another bail here, but they denied his yesterday. I got to call the Mexican lady back who called me. The Mexican dude in the bottom
Yeah.
left corner of the
Was that a
shirt.
Mexican or was that a Chinese?
Mexican lady called me and said, "Listen, Mr. 100, my husband dealt with a guy 1-2 times. You understand what I'm saying? Like 1-2 times." I said, "Okay," and that's it. It was like, real quick. They tell on my husband. They implement my husband. He don't know nothing about the organization, right?
God damn.
So one of them niggas, probably they, told them that they get whatever they get from the dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that was Vay. Pretty sure that was Vay. So she got a 6-month-old child. I'm sending her some incredible diapers. Shout out to Burner Boy. He just joined the incredible team.
Shout out Burner Boy for
One of the
joining the squad.
ambassadors for Africa. Got to get online with today and work day deal. But yeah, it's a lot of people on there, like them Asians and all that.
Seen the Asian? What's the Asians?
I think they're like maybe some one-shot Erskies. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Okay.
And dude was just, you get in there and he like, yeah, he get this from this dude and this from this dude. I got the numbers in my phone and you know what I'm saying? That time, and they probably went and watched them niggas and then they probably was doing other people beat, pulled them in.
Yep.
So them dudes either had guns or drugs. Because remember, they trying to create this organization.
Yeah. But you seen they found what they get, like 20 pounds of meth, fentanyl. They have 45 guns. That all look bad on the.
They did. I missed that part.
Yeah, they had what when they hit the raids, they hit for 20 pounds, like 10 to 15 pounds of meth, thousands of fentanyl pills, 45 guns.
It was 5 pounds of meth, 25,000 fentanyl pills.
Okay, there you go. Thank you, G Wayne.
Wait, 24 what fentanyl pills?
25,000.
Oh no, that's an L by
That's
itself.
an
And 5 pounds.
That's an L by itself. Yo, how much time that meth carry? We know what the Fetty carry.
Meth, you looking about 5 pounds. That's about 10. That's a 10 in the feds.
So what they doing is anything that happened, Big U being held accountable for it anyway. On top of that, you got your murder and extortion and then trafficking because we got you direct doing that. I don't think he know what he up against.
No, clueless. He said it's gonna be just like the Young Thug. A couple of guys sitting in there for a couple of years fighting and then get out. Nah, hell no.
Nah, it's gonna get way darker than that.
Is the link for the YouTube master class. Vlad. We're moving track.
Yep.
Yeah, we can
Okay,
move.
listen, I'm gonna put this link. Y'all make sure this link work. If not, let's run this link all day, throughout the day. Vlad is offering a master class. I think like $100 a month type fee or something. He's offering a master class. We'll start putting it up in the next room. He's offering a master class for those people that want to get into podcasts and the blog and the YouTube and whatever. So when we get to the next room, let's make sure we pin it up. And
Copy that.
every hour on the hour, let's direct people to hit it, download it, and touch bases with it. All right, well,
All
listen,
right,
I guess it's
y'all.
11:12. I heard my woman coming here trolling me.
She sure did.
I'm gonna be there, man. I ain't going home for 2 months.
Oh,
I'm in the paint, nigga, in 2 months, nigga. I'm out here. What?
Yeah, I doubt that.
What you doubt? Nigga, what you
I
talking
know you going
Thought you
home,
was
nigga.
addicted,
He
nigga. What
gonna
you
shake
talking
that
about?
Exactly.
jar
he
up.
was a D. Yeah, he
Nah,
not.
I ain't going
He
home for
had a
two
key.
months.
He trying to kick. He trying to kick. He had to kick it.
Nah,
Yeah, he trying it. Like,
I seen the
nigga.
taco lady got bail. Finna hit her up.
Oh
Order me some
shit.
taco.
You get some taco and stuff. He had
You know what I'm
to
saying? Taco lady got bail.
You gonna get
Somebody
that
told me
jar
she
shaking up.
pregnant too. They say she pregnant, right?
say,
Oh
oh,
yeah.
oh.
Yeah, love. This shit finna go crazy. This shit finna go crazy.